Hello, 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 everybody. How are you? How are you? How are you? This is Shalena D.I.V.A, the purpose driven diva, and I am super excited to go live tonight. Okay, you guys, I am so excited to go live tonight. I said it every time, but I'm really excited. Yes, I'm so excited to go live tonight, you guys. All right, and I have a good one in store for you all. Okay, I have a question. Are you a coach, a speaker, or a consultant who is struggling to find your ideal client, your ideal customer, your audience? Because listen, if you can't find them, you're not going to be able to sell to them. So if that is you, listen, I have some good news for you tonight. So before I get into it, because I only got a few minutes, I am Shalena D.I.V.A, the purpose driven diva. I show you how to discover, invest, value, and appreciate your life and business. And through my company, Best Selling Year, I help new coaches, speakers, and consultants take the knowledge and the life experience and the formal education that they have, and I show them how to turn it into digital products and services where they can teach others their knowledge and different things that they've learned, and they can do it quickly and without a lot of overwhelm. And most of all, they can get paid. Okay, so let me hop into it. How do you find your ideal clients? Because listen, if you can't find your ideal client, you will not sell. The people who need what you have, they won't know who you are. They won't be able to find you, right? So I'm going to quickly teach you some of the strategies and some of the things that I've learned over the past decade of being an online coach and helping people like you. But before I do, I just want to let you know that I won't be able to see all of the comments. So if you comment and I don't see it, I am not overlooking you. When the stream is over, I will go back and I will answer and reply to all of your comments. But before we get started, I want to know, who am I talking to? Where are you tuning in from? Let me know the city where you're tuning in from. And if you are a coach, a speaker, a consultant, whatever you sell, let us know in the comments what it is that you do, okay? As you're doing that, I need you all to drop a 1 if you need to know, you want to know how to find your ideal client. Drop a 1 in the comment, okay? Because I'm going to be over here looking at these comments now. Drop a 1 in the comments, okay? Drop a 1 in the comments. All right. So let me get to it because I have a lot to share. I have a lot to share and I don't have a lot of time. So the first thing, and I need a secretary. No, I need a secretary. Remember Mary J. Blige said, I was your lover and your secretary. She wasn't the secretary. She was a secretary. Well, I need a secretary to write down what I am saying so that I know that you guys are picking up what I am putting down, okay? And so also it helps us all to retain it. So here is the first thing that I need you all to do. You. That's you. I need you to dig deep. I want somebody to write down dig deep. I need you to look within. Okay. Let me tell you a quick story. I had a client years ago. She came to me and she wanted me to help her develop her message and help her to create content so she could reach her ideal audience, her ideal client. The problem I had with her, and I lovingly told her this, because as a coach, you should be honest and open to feedback, right? I said, listen, you really want to help women who are struggling, but your content and your tone comes off very judgmental, condescending, and I personally would tune you out. And she was shocked. I guess she wasn't used to people telling her the truth. I said, here's the thing. Here are 3 things that you need. When you dig deep, here are 3 things. I said, you lack compassion. I need somebody writing this down. You lack compassion. You lack transparency. And because of those 2 things, you're not coming off authentically. What do I mean by that? What I mean by that is the people whom you are meant to serve are carbon copies of who you once were. The people who you are meant to serve are carbon copies of who you once were. Let me break it down for you. What that means is that when you are going through, when you are dealing with whatever situation that you have overcome and that you've created this wonderful system, to help you overcome it, and now you want to teach other people, you got to go back. You got to go back into your past. And a lot of people say, I divorced my past and I'm no longer my past. My past doesn't define me. Well, let me tell you something, boo. My past gets me paid. Yes, it does. And your past should get you paid too. You revisit the past so that you can remember who you were, what you went through, what you felt, what you experienced, so you can share that as your overcomer testimony. I ain't gonna get biblical, but they say they overcame by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony. Okay, so you got to go back and revisit the past to get and write down all those life lessons, because it's you being relatable and transparent is what will attract people to you like honey to bees, like a moth to a flame. They're gonna be like, oh my God, she gets me. I went through that before, but they'll never get that connection if you don't remember who you were and what you went through when whatever it was that you went through. Does that make sense to anybody? If it does, type sense in the comments. I know what I'm talking about. And also type down, your past will get you paid. All right. So you got to remember that. Stop. I divorced my past. Yeah, we know you're not the same person, but it's riches. They say it's riches in the niches. It's riches in your past. Okay. So you have to remember that the people whom you're meant to serve are carbon copies of who you once were. All right. And that leads me to the next point. And the next point is that now you need to take all of that info, all that intel, all those life lessons from your past, emotions and everything like that. And you need to infuse it into your content. Your content needs to be problem-based, meaning remember how you felt, the things you went through, all of that stuff. You have to channel it into your content. So maybe let's just say you help women get over like a bad breakup. You need to remember, okay, I'm gonna really get specific. Let's just say I help women to get over like a really bad breakup so they can move on with their lives and rebuild. Okay, a great piece of content for me that I would share is maybe a video speaking about the first time I saw my ex with his new boo. Oh my gosh, I remember that so crystal clear. And the thing is, I'm not living in the past, so I can tell you about the past and share the life lessons and really help someone. Okay, so I would do a quick video about, oh my goodness, and I will probably call it the first cut is the deepest, right? And I'll tell you about the first time I saw him with his new boo, and he must have been serious about her, blah, 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 right? The reason being is because I'm going to tell you how I felt. I'm going to tell you how it affected me. But then I'm going to tell you how I reached out to a good friend and she said, you know what? The first relationship you ever see him or her in is going to cut the deepest. It's going to hurt the deepest. That's why I would title my video, The First Cut is the Deepest, right? And then because I will also explain, like Whitney Houston said, why does it hurt so bad? I thought I was over you, but I keep crying. Because a thing is, people just assume because you still feel something for your ex, you're not over them. That's not true. You can still feel, you're human. You're still going to feel that. So if you can channel that into a good piece of content, you are going to touch so many people. And they're going to be like, she's real. He's real. He gets it. Is anybody feeling that? If you're feeling it, type fill in the comments now. If you're feeling it, type fill in the comments. So all of your content, when you're talking about, when you're trying to attract them by being relatable, it should be about their problems. Whether they have balding edges, it should be about their balding edges, right? It shouldn't always be buy my product, buy my coaching program. You need to give value. In another video I did, I explained how to break down the 4 pillars of great content. RVLS, Results, those are your testimonials. V, you want to give value. So that video, like the first cut is the deepest, that's just straight value because I'm helping someone. The L stands for lifestyle. Maybe I got married, maybe I moved on. I can give you a peek inside of my world. And then S is the solution. That's where you make the sale. Some of y'all just constantly buy my stuff, buy my stuff. No, it's layers and it's levels and it's levels to this, right? So the next thing you want to do is you got to make sure that your content is engaging, enlightening, and entertaining. Far too often, for one, if you don't have the 4 pillars, you're going to really struggle with creating great content. But some of your stuff is just boring. It's all over the place. It's blah. You have no strategy behind it. There's no theme. It's no consistency. Like if you do video, you should map out your content to the point where somebody can binge watch your stuff and be like, yes. So some of you need to develop a content strategy. And your content, and it should be engaging, enlightening, and entertaining, but let's take it up another notch. Your content needs to position you as an expert, as an authority, right? It also needs to position you as a resource, someone that people want to go to when they need to find out something or figure something out. You want to become that go-to person. Okay, so therefore, your content can't just be willy-nilly, and you just can't show up looking and being willy-nilly. Make sure, as they say, make sure your graphics are hot like fish grease, okay? When you come up on live stream, ask for me. Ask for me. I want to look nice. I tell a lot of you are into selling different products and trinkets or whatever. And I say this, I learned this from a long time ago. They say, don't sell me a dream looking like a nightmare, looking like a night scare. And you trying to sell somebody a dream? It's not going to work. All right, but I digress. So remember, your content needs to be engaging. Engage people, ask questions. Too many of you are too preachy. You just talk at people all the time. You never ask them, how are you doing? What are you struggling with? How can I help you? Ask questions. Then enlightening. Some of you know so much, but you don't know how to take what you know and cut it down to bite-sized pieces that people can understand. You got to remember, on social media, people are being bombarded so much. You have to get their attention quickly. You got to hook them. And then you have to, people want to learn something. Teach them something. But the thing is, some of you, know so much that, you just like vomit all over people. Just, bleh. And it's like, wait a minute. I need to know all of that. That was too much. So you need to learn how to speak in sound bites. You need to learn how to just, I say for content, just one point of focus. Because if you have 10 points, the way I see it, that's 10 pieces of content. Because people, it has to be digestible. They have to consume it as and eat it. And you want them to keep coming back, right? And so you're teach people something, but in bite sizes. And then it needs to be entertaining, funny, laugh, make people cry. It needs to be entertaining, okay? And it can be something as simple as the way that you tune in, what you call your viewers or your listeners, what you call your tribe. Make it entertaining, right? So why am I telling you all this? Because you're like, Shalena, I thought you said you're going to help me find my ideal client. I am helping you, and I teach you through content. If the content isn't right, you're not going to reach these people. So before I go on and give you a little secret sauce here, are you getting any value? If you are, put a V in the comments. If you have questions, I will take your questions after I get through this, right? Are you enjoying this? Did you share it? Share me out. Did you share it, right? Okay. So are you enjoying this? Thank you so much. You all are enjoying it. Awesome. So here's the next thing, guys. Now that you have an idea of what you should be talking about, and your content is problem-based, so people can be like, I had that same issue. Oh, I can relate to him. I can relate to her. He keeps it real. She keeps it real. I love tuning in, and you learn how to talk to people, right? Talking to them in like bite size, like the news. You know, you don't, they speak in sound bites and making sure your content is focused on one point that you're trying to drive home, right? The next thing you need to do, so like now that you're put together, you have to take the Mr. Softee approach to content. You got to take the Mr. Softee approach to content. How many of you have ever heard of Mr. Softee? And to give you a little history, see, I'm enlightening you. Mr. Softee was actually founded in my hometown of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania in 1959. So Mr. Softee has been around for years. Those of you who are not on the East Coast, you may not know about Mr. Softee, but he's been around for years, okay? Who's ever heard of Mr. Softee? Type Softee in the comments if you heard of Mr. Softee. All right, okay, yes. So let me tell you about why I want you to have the Mr. Softee approach to what you do. I'm gonna tell you why. So for those of you who don't know, like I said, Mr. Softee is a mobile ice cream truck. I'm sure you've heard his jingle. And as a little kid, it was nothing like hearing the ice cream truck a few blocks away, then running in the house saying, Mom, Mr. Softee's out. I need some money. I need some money to go buy the ice cream cone. It was such a joy, right? You would hear him blocks away. Then when he came up your block, you had your money ready and you were ready to buy. Okay, this is Mr. Softee. This is the Mr. Softee approach that I want you all to now take with your content. Why Mr. Softee? Quick story. My son started pre-K, right? He started pre-K this year. It's so cute. Him and my great niece, I take them to school every morning and I pick them up. Well. Who do you think is posted up outside of the school when the kids are getting out? I'll give somebody like a quarter. If you can guess who's sitting out there posted up. Who is it? I'll give you guys a couple seconds. Who is it? Who is posted up outside of my baby's school? Mr. Softee. And I can't even be mad at him. You know why? Mr. Softee placed himself where his ideal clients and customers are. Some of you don't know, depending upon what you sell, your client and your customer can be two totally different people. For Mr. Softee, his consumer, who would be his customer, his consumer. Well, I would say his consumer. Mr. Softee's consumer are the kids for the most part, because are the kids. But do the kids have money? No, they don't. Who has the money? The parents. So Mr. Softee has to place himself where his ideal consumers are, because they're with their parents, because the parents had the money to pay him. That's a whole lesson within and of itself. Like if you work with children and maybe you want to have like a program, you go into the school, you work with children, the children are the consumers, but they don't have the money to pay you. The school pays you. So you have to be appealing to the school, and then the kids got to think you're lit. The kids consume, the kids eat they whatever you have, the kids eat it, right? Think about cereal. They have the nag factor. The kids, they place their cereal at eye level for the kids. And the kids say, Mommy, I want that. The kids don't have any money. Who has the money? The parents. All right. So Mr. Softee is really deep. But for you with your content, you need to get in front of your ideal people. How do you do that? You do that by joining different groups that have your interests, that have your people. You get in those groups and you start interacting. You start ear hustling, start listening. Don't be so quick to just blah, blah, blah. This is who I am. This is what I had. Go through the post. What are they talking about? What kind of issues and problems do they have? Start talking to them. Start offering advice. Then you want to start adding value in those groups, and people start noticing who you are. And guess what? Like bees to honey, like moths to a flame, they will become attracted to you, start following you. And then you have this wonderful content that I showed you how to create. And they're going to be like, oh, this person is for me. So you got to use the Mr. Softee approach, right? You can't be scared. But when you have your content game and your strategy together, right, it's a lot easier. But if you're just raggedy, you have no strategy, your stuff doesn't look good, you don't have to worry about that because ain't nobody's really gonna be checking for you, right? So that's the Mr. Softee approach. All right. And those of you who are like, Shalene, listen, everything that you're saying, girlfriend, is good. I have this issue. How many of you have this issue with creating great content that gets you paid? If you do, type a I in the comments, like I as in me, but I have this issue. And you have this issue. So issue. See, sometimes we have to get honest with ourselves, like, yeah, when I put stuff out there, it's crickets. Or when I put stuff out there, nobody's in my inbox inquiring about my product or service. One woman said that to me. She said, if you put out content and nobody's DMing you or sliding in your inbox or under the post, like, hey, I want to learn more, you need to retool and rethink some things. And that's what I'm here for. So let me see. If anybody is like, I had that problem, right? Right. You have that problem. Okay. So let me tell you, I think I have a sneaky suspicion. I have a sneaky suspicion that I may have a solution for you. All right. Do you want to hear can I offer you my solution? Type of S if I may offer you my solution. Because see, another thing y'all don't realize before you get to trying to offer your stuff to people, you need to ask for permission. I'm giving y'all a master class. I don't even think y'all appreciate it. Type type of S if you give me the opportunity to offer you my solution. I think this is what you need. Type of S in the comments, right? Type of S in the comments. All right. So here it is, you guys. I am super excited. I have developed the best selling year subscription. It's a monthly subscription where I teach you how to create content that positions you as an authority. That I show you the 4 pillars of content. I show you how to get paid, how to sell your products and service seamlessly. I show you this month in October, we're going very heavy in video, different kinds of videos, short form videos, right? Live stream videos, because you have to get clear and comfortable with communicating what it is that you do and having conversations with people. Okay. And I'm bad at what I do. I'm bad and I love what I do. And this subscription has allowed me to be able to pour into a group of people who don't mind investing in themselves and really developing a content strategy, really developing a plan, okay, you guys, so that you can be effective and stop spinning your wheels. Some of you are spinning your wheels only because you don't have a strategy, only because you don't know. So very quickly, what I want to do is I want to show you, one thing about me, I'm not a gatekeeper. So I will teach you the strategies. I will teach you what I've learned so that you can get this content game down pat. And like I said, each month we're doing one growth strategy, and this month is about video. All right. And so I am so excited. I'm so grateful to have been on a throwback party. And I believe the next person is Chris Dove. Everybody's going to go over there and check him out. I don't think I had any questions, but like I said, I will go back to the live stream. I will answer any questions. And I hope that this has helped you to start thinking differently in terms of how you find your ideal clients. It's not as hard as people make it seem. Start with yourself, start within, dig deep, be real with yourself, be authentic, be transparent. Remember your past what you paid. Remember those things. Come back to this video, rewatch it, and see what it has in store for you. All right, you guys. So I thank you all so much for tuning into me. I want to check one more time to see if I have any questions. All right. I thank you all so much for tuning in. And as I'm hopping off, did you find value today? If you did, type a V in the comments. Because my whole goal is to always give you value. You gotta give people value. You have to give people action items and action steps that they can take right away. And when they do and it works, who are they coming back to? Hopefully you'll come back to me. All right. And you'll get in on this subscription. And it won't, I don't believe in, or I'll push you, but I don't believe in overwhelm. All right. So I'm excited. So the Right Family Law Group, they actually enrolled. They subscribed today. She was like, listen, what is it? What are you selling? Okay, cool, 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 cool. 'Cause I was using this Softee approach. I'm not all over the place trying to sell stuff. I know where my people are, and I'm right there. All right. And you can't be afraid to reach out. So, you guys, that's all I have for you tonight. I am so excited. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you guys. This is Shalena Diva, the purpose driven diva, you guys, and I will see you all on the other side. Be blessed. Chris Dub, you are up next. Bye bye, guys.